晴れの日ってね、非日常の日って意味なの。特別ないい日だけを指すわけじゃないんだよ。それでね、今日はその晴れが過ぎるの。気をつけてね、ひなこ。
That's different.
Sakuko.
Yeah, last time this radio in this house, I think it was Shu being all like, oh, I'll protect you. Research Journal Photo 3. Photo attached to a research journal. It appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating somewhere in the forest. I think you're talking about the Jizo statue, right? But I feel like I've been finding them fine, even without your guidance. Sword Legend. There were a number of damaged Jizo statues in the hollows of the Divine Tree. I saw old and broken tools laid in front of the statues, most likely so they could be put to rest. The sacred sword came far before the Inari faith. As such, Jizo statues are much more likely than Inari statues to be used as anchors for sealing the sword. It seems I'll need to look into beliefs that are older than the Inari faith to find the sacred sword. Yes, yes. The character etched into the stone base is indecipherable. Oh! If I find a statue before the item, it'll tell me where the item is. That's kinda cool. I found a damaged Ojizo-san in the mountains. The character etched into the stone was indecipherable. What was that just now? Are you supposed to get the visions for all of them? Because the other ones, I found the thing before the statue. I know where that is, though. Yeah, I remember seeing those guys across, and then we go over, they're not there anymore. Broken Japanese Geta sandal. Beautifully decorated Japanese-style slippers that have blood on them. Whoever wore them did so for a long time, but it is now cracked beyond repair. My ears were met with a soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do. Hey, you weren't here before. School founder's anecdote. When Mr. Yoneda was 20 years old, he came across an injured fox. Being the good teacher he is, he attended to the fox's wounds. A fox! Shared his food with it and cared for it. One day, when the fox had fully recovered, it opened its mouth and spoke in human tongue. After expressing its appreciation to Mr. Yoneda, the fox then told him. Don't be creepy, can you just leave?
学校創立より古いとか、ダム建設で一山当てた成金がわざわざここに学校を建てたって聞いたことがある。
Oh, but that wealth is actually consistent with Mr. Yoneda becoming rich because of the fox blessing him? Oh. Student's prank drawing. A drawing that was in the shoe cupboard. Could this flower be a hydrangea? I don't think I got that before. It's just a clue that the key we're looking for is the purple flowers. I'm looking at the school field here. The enemies we've been coming across have been a little bit different. Remember there used to be a big fat guy here? Now there's a scarecrow. It's been like that for some of the other areas, the previous areas too. Slightly different things to keep you on your toes. Okay, that room definitely wasn't open before. Look, it's all quiet here. No one's attacking me. It's just scarecrows left and right. Hello. It's a fine day today. How are you all? I hate this little model guy. Stop. Oh, there's so many of them here. This is new. Diary of Revenge. I found mention of a transition from the Water Dragon faith to the Divine Tree faith in historical records, dating from around the middle of the Kamakura period. Oh, even before the tree! There, it's written that a peculiar monk donning multiple masks measuring over 10 shaku, approximately 3 meters in height, visited Ebisugaoka. A frankly ridiculous overstatement. That monk brought people to a great cedar tree, later to be idolized in the divine tree faith, and told them the following. You who fear the water dragon's wrath, quake no more, for the beast grows weak and prepares for slumber. It is none other than this great tree that has sapped the evil from it. Devote yourselves to the great tree, and it shall keep that beast subdued until the end of time. Upon hearing the monk's words, the people of Ebisugaoka abandoned the water dragon faith and converted to the divine tree faith. Wow. But we know the tree ends up losing out to the fox later. It's a bit of a cycle. However, in time, the divine tree faith would also begin to change. Being a settlement hidden away from society, the residents had no way for trading with the outside world, and so they were forced to treat their tools with extra care. It was from this unique culture that the Tsukimogami faith was born. Local historic records state that the old tools would be brought to the hollows of the divine tree and offered to the gods, once again further warping the religion. Yeah, originally it was just take care of the tools, now it's giving the tools to the tree. Between 3-meter-tall monks, giant sacred cedars, and dragons, do humans simply sense divine presence in anything larger than themselves? How utterly ridiculous. Who's writing this though? Omamori, rabbit Omamori. Thank you. Heavy attack after perfect dodge to deal a powerful counter. Does a lot of stamina though.
Yes.
Perfect for me because I do perfect dodges way more than I do counters. Not that I've been caring about the combat at all. Hi. Oh. Letter from Sakuko to Hinako. Hinako, has anyone tried to rope you into playing the Fox's Sacrifice game before? You basically just write a bunch of names on the blackboard, and the fox will tell everyone's future. One of those people will also be granted good luck. But this isn't just some childish game. There are spiritual powers at work here, mark my words. And the fox isn't telling people their futures, it's deciding them for itself. You have to promise me you won't join in, even as a joke. Even if you don't believe it yourself. Please. No, I try. You won't even let me out. Kitsune, of course, is fox. I guess the models are this small because it's a kid's school. It's a school, and it's supposed to be like a kid's body. How does the game work again, Sakuko? Okay, so from left to right, Hinako. Kimie, Kimie is her mom. Kanta, her dad. Sachie, Kotoyuki's mom. Sakuko. Rinko. Shu. Kotoyuki. It's just like the main people and their parents. Well, it's my parents and Kotoyuki's mom. You know. Okay, hi. To the revered fox, my ancestor, I thank you for your divine revelation. Your will shall be done. Your ancestor. Wow, that's... Oh, I think they normally are on that kind of thing. The little model. Oh, we can leave now at least. Oh god. Hinako disappears. Wait. Kimie... Gun. Cancer? Yeah, Hinako disappears. Kimie cancer. Kanta heart disease. Sachie cancer. Sakugo heart attack. Rinko burned to death. Shu suffocation. Kotoyuki wishes will come true. Everyone's name is crossed out but Kotoyuki's. What? Disappeared. Everyone else dies except for me and Kotoyuki. Heart attack? Kotoyuki. Wishes will come true. Okay, that's... good talk. Good talk. So I still don't understand the Fox's sacrifice game. You sacrifice one thing and then what? Do you get a... It looks a lot like the other people have been sacrificed so that Kotoyuki's wishes can be fulfilled. Alright, cool, man. What? Oh. Okay, you're just randomly buzzing. Cool, cool. Yeah, the key can be in different locations, maybe depending on difficulty. Oh, I think I can read this better now. This is Sakugo, right? The one that got erased. Which probably means that this is Hinako. Hinako is erased. Rinko is here with Shu, and then Sakugo's also gone. That makes sense.
どこに行ったかと思えばこんなところにいたのね。
お姉ちゃんどこ？
お友達と楽しく過ごせた？ならそろそろお支度をなさい。もうお友達とはお別れの時間よ。
お姉ちゃん。
あなたが殺すのもあなたの手で。
Oh god. Oh, you can see her mask there.
ここへ来たのでしょ。
She definitely didn't say that before.
それってどういう？
Straight up telling you. Kill your friends. Kill the old Jew.
君に命を救われ魂を奪われた私だ。
Me?
今度は私が君の魂を救い古き君の命を奪おう。
I feel like we got to see a bit more of his face this time. Maybe? I saved you? It makes me feel like that's like the fox god talking. Oh! Oh, I already have the mask.
無理しなくていい。
And the arm.
まだ休んでいるといい。
起きられます。
Does that mean we can skip the rituals later?
辛い儀式だったろう。よく耐えた。よく頑張ってくれたね、ひなこ。さあ、先に進もう。
feel like earlier the "you saved me" thing, if it was Kotoyuki himself, like I guess I saved him from a fox biting him as a kid, but that seems like such a small thing that, is he really that indebted to me over that? But then the more I think about it, if Kotoyuki got bit by a fox, and then we read about how the fox has been very grateful to the people that help it and save it, getting bit by a fox is not helping or saving the fox in any way. So why is the fox helping Kotoyuki by destroying his family and all that? Like, why would the fox be grateful? Which brings me back to the beginning of the scene here. Is the fox actually grateful to me? When starting the game from a completed file, using an offering that recovers sanity will also fill up the Kuzu seal. Kuzu seal. Soul Siphon will be able to affect multiple inanimate enemies in a small area. Okay, cool. Cool. I wonder if this means we still have to do the ritual later then. Okay, cool, thanks.
美しい腕だね。血潮さえ美しい。
ありがとうございます。
Hey, remember there was a room behind this one area? Goodbye, thank you. Oh god. That's a lot of dolls. Omamori Swallow. Performing a counter without using focus increases damage inflicted. Stacks up to 5 times and resets when damage is taken. Unfinished letter. My future friend. Spring unfurls around me in vivid color as I write you this letter. Upon your arrival, you may bear anxiety about your new life. The slightest remembrance of your old home may call tears to your eyes, like it once did to mine. The scent of ripe plums joins with warblers' bird song in bittersweet union. Memories that call me home, to a mountain village spring. Everywhere I turn, I am met with splendor. The sound of chirping warblers, the smell of sweet plums. I am certain that this land, though new to you, shall become a place of respite and tranquility. You and I call the same village home, so please, share with me whatever weighs on your mind. I'm eager to hear your stories of home, and together we... My future friend. Welcoming someone to a new home. Perspective on Hirogami again. The other day, my honorable father-in-law told me that fate had smiled upon me, that my blood had been blessed by the stars. If I attempt to interpret his words, I can only understand them to mean that he believes an intervention of good fortune, or coincidence, allowed me to be so connected with his house. However, I do not believe he meant to humble me with his words. Instead, I think his words should be taken more literally. My very blood was favored by fate. In the world of mortals, there exist rare individuals who possess non-ABO blood types, so maybe having blood that was blessed by the stars simply means I was born with a rare mutation. After all, there are many variations, some of which are as uncommon as 1 in 100,000 people. And Japanese people are quite into using blood types to tell personalities and all that. Perhaps when a human child who possesses blood that contains the power to deepen the bond between mortals and gods is born into a village, they are selected as a candidate for a heterogamous marriage. If such is the case, then it would explain why such partnerships are so infrequent. I wonder who shall be next to be welcomed into this world. If it is another child beloved by fate, then I would like to do all in my power to help their transition into a new life. Mayumi? The girl who went missing? Those scrolls that we saw on the walls before of women throughout the era losing their faces, are they all getting married to gods, including me? I'm getting married to a god? Oh god. No pun intended. Okay, very cool. There's just... Okay. Alright. Cool. Inside Chizuruya. Rinko's childhood diary. Today I brought all my friends candy from the candy store. It's a lot more fun to eat with friends than to eat alone. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Fox origami. The handwriting here is erratic. Hinako, why are you here? This was supposed to be my chance to talk to Shu alone. Why the hell are you here? And why the hell are you cozying up next to Shu like that's where you belong? And the cherry on top? Sakugo decided to tag along too just because of you. But I can forgive her. I mean, she did me the favor of dying soon enough anyway. Ooh. How long are you gonna keep living for? You're already dead. Quit haunting Ebisugaoka like some pathetic ghost. Damn. All of a sudden, the town was enveloped in a thick fog. Everywhere I looked, I saw strange monsters. I could only bring myself to sit inside my empty house, alone and shaking. That's when Shu came and rescued me. After that, it didn't matter how terrifying the outside world was, so long as I was able to spend time alone with Shu. But then, I realized that cockroach Hinako was with him. What are the odds? Just die, you pest! You don't belong in this town anymore. Did you forget that? At this point, the marriage was already decided. Like I was gonna move away from town and all that. Today, I brought all my friends candy from the candy store. Everyone was slobbering over the snacks and thanking me again and again. It reminded me of the time I fed fish at the park. The way their mouths gaped wide as they begged for food. What a bunch of idiots. And that poor as dirt Hinako? All it took was one piece of cheap candy to have her following me around like a dog. It's almost cute how stupid she is. A cockroach like her deserves to die. But you see how initially this diary was just the first thing. The other stuff got appended onto it after Hinako touched the light over there and all that, so I'm still not convinced this is real. She wasn't here before. I don't think she was. Rinko's room. Oh god. Rinko's secret journal. I wish I could live in a world where it's just Shu and me. But I don't mean that I want the rest of the town to disappear. No! What I truly want is a world where that nasty little cockroach named Hinako, who's always crawling around Shu, is gone. I don't care how it happens. She can die in an accident, or of some rare disease. Hell, she can just move to some far-off country for all I care. I just want her gone, forever. Won't any of the gods answer my prayers?
給食
Oh.
お昼休み友達
Do you remember any of that? I've wasted years of my life at school carefully putting on the good girl act, pretending I was perfect in every way, basking in my own sense of superiority. Back then, I sincerely believed I was better than everyone else. But things are different now. I can see how I've been looking down on others just to falsely raise myself up. I can't help but wonder though, has everyone else seen through my act this whole time? Hinako, Sakuko, even Shu. Maybe they've always seen through me, straight to my rotten core. Maybe all this time, they were only pretending to be my friends. But I'm not the one at fault. It's all because of that awful Hinako. If only you were gone, then I wouldn't be feeling like this. The rest is too distorted. It always starts out normal. These are such normal fears, especially as a teenager. I should have never pretended to be something I wasn't. If I hadn't, then I would have been able to look Hinako in the eye. I could have told her what I really think of her, put her in her place. But I've let everything sit and fester, and now the wound has turned necrotic. So even though this is the day all my wildest dreams are coming true, my heart still feels heavy. Confirmation of me getting married away to a different town. And she doesn't feel good about it because she's a kid, she's a good person at heart. This is the bed I made, so I'll lie in it. But I won't ever forgive you for what you did to Shu. How dare you hurt him? Shu may not cry or scream at you, like I know he wants to, but I'll make you feel his pain all the same. Chaotic and violent energy. No, Rinko, no.
彼の気持ち考えたことある？あんたは裏切った。もてあそんで裏切った。謝れ。その格好で今すぐ土下座して謝れ。聞こえてるんでしょ。なんとか言いなさいよ。ひなこ、
Was the change that I was already foxified? I guess so. That seemed pretty similar to the old one to me. I had a strange dream. It was about a very old sword. Ooh, one that was cursed, steeped in evil energy. The sword must be the source of the corrupt god's power, I'm sure of it. But because the sword itself is divine, it can't be destroyed. However, if someone were to purify it, then surely the corrupt god could be weakened. If the sword can be submerged in the elixir that exorcises evil spirits, then it could be used to sever the strings that control those who roam lost through the fog. Purification, we need to purify the sword. I normally hate gym class, but today was different. Something nice happened. Little Miss Perfect tripped and fell today. Looks like even Hinako the star athlete can mess up. She scraped her knee and started bleeding. I wish she had fallen flat on her face and ruined that pretty nose of hers too. I find it a little bit harder to believe that Sakuko would be jealous of that kind of thing. Cause she seemed a little bit like, she's just in her own world. She's not like Rinko. Grandpa's saying that he'll let the shrine come to an end after his generation. Not many people bother visiting such a small, insignificant shrine. It seems nobody wants to go to the effort of coming all the way here to pray to Inari-sama. There are Hokoran statues dedicated to Inari-sama all over town anyway. Older folks just go wherever's closest to them and pray. There's no reason for them to come to the shrine. Well, maybe on a big day like New Year's. Or a special day. But if there were more devout worshippers, if people held more respect for the shrine, then maybe Sennensugi Shrine could be restored to its former glory. Are these just events unfolding as the gods have planned? Just as Grandpa always says? Does Sennensugi Shrine no longer serve a purpose? No, it simply can't be true. I've heard how the gods weep. Sakugo's dream is to restore this shrine to its former glory. But would such a thing even be possible? I can't really imagine the town's elderly residents climbing all the way up here. People used to worship the 1,000-year cedar. Now they pray to the Inari statues. I'm starting to think that rather than some revered god, maybe we humans hold more power because we choose which god to worship. That's one way to think about it for sure. Letter of Concern. Dear Hinako, good luck and bad luck are two sides of the same coin. For one person, today could be lucky, but for someone else, it might be the opposite. This is addressed to me. Right now, a bright sun shines upon you, but that sun also makes your shadow very long and dark. Dark shadows draw evil toward them. I really didn't want to send you a letter like this on your special day, but I just couldn't get it off my mind. Special day? Marriage day? I sense your fortune has taken a turn for the worse. There's just something not right about the sun and the shadow that surrounds you. Where are you, Hinako? This should be a day for celebration, yet you're... Ooh, this might be something I read more recently. Like, on the day of my wedding? Back in real life?
Hinako, 助けて！助けて！行かないで！一人にしないで！待って！行かないで！ずっと一緒って約束したじゃん！裏切れ者！
Second time through doesn't make it easier to watch. The scene is the same though. It's just Hinako looks different. Oh, on a different puzzle difficulty setting, we have to find more things for Shu. Ray gun. It has been used so many times that the paint is peeling off everywhere. It seems to have been brought for him at the festival. It's written in ballpoint pen. Hide it! Hinako's gonna steal it! There's Space War stuff. He makes it sound like I actually have a choice. But I don't. Not really.
幼い頃からの友人に別れを告げるのは辛いだろう。
はい。
Now I have to wonder about if Hinako actually killed these people on her wedding day.
いえ、するべきでした。もっと早くこんな姿をお見せして申し訳ありません。
謝らなくていい。むしろその痛みを強いた私の方が謝らねばならない。
His eyes glow. Mine? I can barely see out of my mask.
行こう。
Was that one different? He doesn't even care. He just walks away. What you got for me now? Diary of Revenge. And then, in the Edo period, Ebisugaoka witnessed another faith-changing event. The divine tree, the symbol of their religion, was struck by lightning and burned down. By this time, the ideologies of the Tsumogami faith had taken root, and sacredness was now determined by the antiquity of an object. The divine tree was not worshipped for subduing the water dragon. Instead, it was only due to the fact that it was the oldest object in the area. And so, a new divine object was decided upon to take the tree's place. The next target for worship was the Inari statue. Before long, the faith in the Inari statue itself developed, mixing with the Tsumogami faith to create an amalgamation of beliefs completely unique to Ebisugaoka. To this effect, the mongrel Inari faith here in Ebisugaoka has almost no likeness to that practiced throughout the rest of Japan and boasts a pathetically superficial history. Oh, it's different even from the rest of Japan. Even this changing of idols has been turned into some epic divine story by the priests. This is the nonsense they came up with. With the divine tree destroyed by lightning, the land lost its guardian, and the ancient evil water dragon attempts to rise from its slumber. Here in the town's plight, a family of benevolent foxes traveled far from the west to subdue the dragon once more. The people's faith in them bolsters their power, but without enough power, the dragon shall awaken once again. So now they are convincing locals to devote themselves to the new god, Inari-sama. Water dragon, divine tree, Tsumogami, and now Inari-sama. These pathetic people believe their faith has 1,000 years of history, yet it's been mutilated time and again to suit their petty needs. Man is truly a fickle beast. I wish we could see all of the notes that we're picking up in order, because we're following different lines of stories here, and evidently they're trying to tell us a lot about this god stuff happening here. Revenge! Revenge generally means one of the older gods is gonna come back because they're angry and all that, right? The believers' worlds and the gods' realms are not impervious to change, no matter how revered a god may be. Their believers can choose to worship another god, or the religion could prove impossible to preserve in its original form. The Tsumogami faith, where one would worship old things, shifted over to Inari faith once the object of worship changed to the moss-covered Inari statues. I'm sure that the mix of the Inari faith and the Tsumogami faith is only one of many cases, and once 100 years pass, who knows? The tanuki statues of Shigaraki could be the next object of worship. Oh yeah, I think if you see these around Japan, like, it doesn't really show clearly here, but they have like gigantic balls. Hey, nobody attacked me this time, and why? This is open. Oh god! Oh. Take less damage when facing multiple enemies. Scales with the number of enemies. Oh, there's so many dead women everywhere. My sanctuary is still incomplete. I'm lonely. So lonely. It feels like I'm going to freeze. I need to gather more women. More. But even when I do, they all go away. I keep collecting more and more, but they all die. Mommy, why did you leave me all alone? I'm lonely. So lonely. It feels like I'm going to freeze. I need to gather more women. More. But even when I do, they all go away! This mountain place is... I really find it super freaky. What even is this area in relation to the rest of the story? Like, there's just this random predator in the mountains that, I don't know, like... kidnapping and murdering women for his sanctuary. Turns out he has mommy issues. Well, I thought we could go up, but no. You didn't attack me this time. Oh. The gate key was here. Oh, now you come. Ugh.
昨今地の古い神社か。昔は栄えてたみたい。火事があってからは人が寄りつかなくなっちゃったって聞いた。
They never thought to rebuild? Well, you can't really rebuild a burnt down tree. Research journal number 4. Okay. Regarding the legend of the sword. The defeated soldiers needed a place they could hide to escape prosecution by the enemy army. They were unable to engage with anyone from surrounding settlements, so there was no way for them to purchase new goods. This forced them to make do with what they already had, and led to a culture where tools were used for as long as possible. That's good. The act of treating old tools with respect and reusing broken or unwanted ones was seen as a virtue and called kishu. It was thought that when a tool reached the end of its lifespan and was laid to rest, then both the tool and the god to whom it was offered would be pleased. Clearly a tradition born of necessity in a hidden village of defeated soldiers. It's kind of like me and my weapon durability, huh? There's gotta be something at the shrine here, right? This is the shrine. And I'm stealing offerings. I don't think the Jizo statue was here though. God!
これがご神木。朽ちているけど、かつては立派だったんだろうね。お地蔵さん、誰かが前掛けをかけたんだ。
Yes. Is that new? Or maybe I just didn't walk close enough before to trigger that. But it's not the Jizo statue we're trying to appease. Oh, I found it. It was just off to an offshoot. I'm on the way to Shu's house. The character for fire can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. It's at Shu's house. Cracked hibachi brazier. This brazier was filled with charcoal to help stay warm until the large crack put an end to that. That's it. Oh my god. Stop. Did she find out about the truth? She just left it here. Wait, what did he write? Winners don't do drugs. Reach the EY residence without taking a red capsule. Hey there, partner. We've made it out of some pretty vicious battles together, huh? Even had to part ways with our fair share of comrades on the battlefield. I just never thought we'd have to part ways too. Even as friends, that's kinda sad. But at least ours won't be a goodbye through death on the battlefield. From now on, you can't ask for anything from me, okay? Because it's not like I can expect your help anymore. You have to look after yourself now. I won't be there to drag you to safety when you fall. But wherever we go, and no matter what we do, we'll always be a part of the Space Army. And we'll always be partners, got it? Thanks for everything, Hinako. Shu. It's just us.
とりあえず家の中で2人を待つか。
Like kind of formally saying a goodbye. I think there was something in the secret hideout Shu and I used. Yeah, I gotta bring this back. I was just wondering. Shu. Ugh. Shu's knowledge of medicine rivals that of a veteran pharmacist. From ingredients, efficacy, to the medicine that best matches your body, you name it, and he'll be able to tell you. You can consult him with all those pains that come with growing up, like headaches to acne, and just like that, he'll recommend you medicine and also give you advice on daily lifestyle choices. Rumor got around that listening to Shu's advice really does make acne go away, and now he's really popular with the girls. I suffer from frequent headaches, so Shu gets me medicine based on my symptoms, and it really helps out. Oh, so she decides to stop using the medicine not just because... It's not like she's realized at this point that, oh yeah, they give me hallucinations. No, it's just more of like a sense of, okay, it's time to break it off cleanly. And that's pretty much it. Here you go. Found a damaged Jizo-san. It's only the damaged ones that we're offering stuff to. That's 4. What?
いいえ、私は襲えません。
What? Oh, I guess it's more from like... Nobody's even there! Hinako!
姿が見えなくとも一緒にいるのを感じます。
Like the first time around we saw him for a little bit and then he disappeared. This time it's just plain gone. But I don't have to do the ritual anymore. Because I don't have to. Back in this room again. This door. We haven't opened that door before. Very bloody. What is it? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, this isn't even a room. This is like the whole outside. There's a water fetching thing there. Wow, where are we? Oh, wow. It's got its own little map. Hello? Mandate of the clan. And yet, our mortal world is ever changing. The age of gods has passed, and the powers of heaven have withered. Such a living sacrifice may no longer suffice to quell the wrath of the deep. So our ancestors saw fit to place a seal of immense power upon the being below. Upon the water, they set a great stone. Now, the being remained sealed away, unable to break free of its prison. However, earth cannot endure forever against the might of water. As its power wanes, the seal shall break. When the wrath rises once more, we shall be powerless to stop it. Like the water dragon business? Oh. Upon the rock, our ancestors built a shrine, naming it Heaven's Benediction, so it could serve as a sanctuary for our clan. We had that phrasing before in another note, didn't we? In like a note that maybe Fox Mask left for me in this shrine. When Heaven's Benediction falls, the wrath of the depths shall rage against the heavens themselves, and both man and land shall face calamity. When that time comes, the glory of Higa's gods shall wane, heralding too the end of our clan. It is the duty of our family's head to ensure that Heaven's Benediction will prosper for generations to come. It is the fate of our family's head that he shall prevent calamity from ever rising. He who seeks the crimson water which banishes evil. When the Shishiodoshi strikes once, let the bell chime. Thrice shall the bells ring to speak the legends of this land. Trapped under a great stone in the lake's abyss lies a slumbering water dragon, born during the age of gods and sealed away by our ancestors. Deprived of the water dragon spirit, the once lush great tree has met a withering fate. They're all sort of interrelated. The water is needed for the tree to survive. When the Shishiodoshi strikes once, let the bell chime. This is a puzzle. Oh, there's a bell here. Is the Shishiodoshi that water thing? Thrice shall the bells ring to speak the legends of this land. Keep looking around. This one has a wave symbol on it. This one, a fire symbol. Oh wow, this place is huge. There's a whole ass extra puzzle here. Hotei-sama sitting cross-legged. A medicine bottle with Hotei-sama, the monk, engraved on it, contains a red liquid. Oh wow. That was the blank we were missing. Yeah, Agura no Hotei-sama. A clear medicinal infusion with a deep red color. This natural remedy is a traditional folk medicine used to alleviate and offer pain relief and can either be ingested or applied to the affected area. It is known in Ebisugaoka as Agura no Hotei-sama, or Hotei-sama's cure, and is still favored by a small minority of the town's elderly population who has a distaste for modern medicine. Placebo or not? Just because it's not like Western medicine, I don't think that immediately means it does nothing. Like other places just have their own remedies. But because it's not really like science-based, it's hard to tell what the effects are. Note of caution. Agura no Hotei-sama bestows unto us the blessing of crimson water. This blessing can be found deep beneath the sacred mountain, where spring water pools to infuse with benison herbs. Its medicinal properties, unlike any other, are the bounty of many moons steeping. The power imbued to the crimson water shall eradicate even the most wicked evil. But beware, for its frightful potency makes it unsuitable for the purification of mortals. Only for the excision of ancient evil shall it be used. Purification. It's used for purification. In ancient times, when people believed fevers were the result of demonic possession, this infusion was considered a miracle cure that was capable of dispelling evil spirits. Though the original formulation has been lost to time, Historical documents indicate that it took an extraordinary amount of time and effort to prepare. Fevers are the result of demonic possession. That seems a bit consistent with what we've been seeing. Only accessible via having the brooch and all. Or not the brooch, but the eyes, the mask, the fox eyes. There's a mountain. How many are there in total? This one... is that like a crown or maybe waves? This one is... like a tree in a circle. Okay. When the Shishio Doshi strikes once, let the bell chime. Thrice shall the bells ring, to speak the legends of this land. Trapped under a great stone in the lake's abyss lies a slumbering water dragon, born during the age of gods and sealed away by our ancestors. Deprived of the water dragon's spirit, the once lush great tree has met a withering fate. Oh, so this might be the withering fate. Because it's like one stick left. Thrice? You want me to ring 3 of them? What was this one again? Oh no, this one's water, right? This one's waves. What the heck is that one then? Should I just try? And do we have to do it after that thing rings? Trapped under a great stone in the lake's abyss. Deprived of the water dragon. The tree one might be the last, but then before that, great stone in the lake's abyss. Like the mountain. I'm trying to see if the timing changes anything. Maybe not. Oh god. Oh god, okay. According to the writings of the Iwai family, whose members have served the people of Ebisugaoka as physicians for generations, only infusions prepared using the traditional method can be truly called Agura no Hote-sama. Anything bearing the name in the modern day is merely snake oil. True infusions are said to be a double-edged sword, both a miraculous elixir and a dangerous poison. That is, if one harbors any guilt inside their hearts, then not only shall the infusion cleanse you of any evil spirits, but it will also destroy your very self from the inside out. Dangerous. So you made... Oh god, that's scary. That's scary. Okay. Oh yes, that's wonderful. Okay, cool. I think this is in preparation for the sword later, right? Because we're using this to purify the sword. So we're done for now, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think we have to do the ritual again, but the bells here are so noisy. How you feeling? Not too great, I imagine. Don't be weird, sis.
Hinako かい？
お母さん？
そろそろ帰っといで。お夕飯ができたからね。おい、リンクを離せ。
ひなこ、もう十分。殺すか殺されるか決めた？
That's different.
姉ちゃん。殺されなさい、ひなこ。どうしてみんなそうなの？みんな殺してるの？お姉ちゃんも殺したの？ええ、私も殺したわ。お父さんもお母さんも、そして大切な妹であるあなたもね。友達もみんな殺したわ。私は殺されたくない。今日それを口にすることがどれだけ恐ろしいか分かってる？もちろん。
You do?
今日までに何度も言ったかもしれないけれど、もう一度だけ言うわね。生はあなたが選びなさい。だけど今日その選択には特別な代償が伴う。それもあなたが生き延びた時にだけ。あなたがおとなしく殺されるなら何の代償もない。お姉ちゃんはひな子に幸せになってほしいよ。お姉ちゃん。
She's a lot more straightforward about being antagonistic here. Just straight up telling you, choose death, kill everyone, cut all of your ties. It's especially sad for Junko too, because we know, according to Hinako's journal, that at one point, she was a younger woman and maybe she had her own hopes and dreams too, but the moment she got married, when she got married, she's doing exactly what Hinako is having to do here. Cut all her ties and just be your good little housewife or what have you. But I wonder why is there this difference here? Because the first time around she was a little bit more diplomatic. I know, like, from like a player perspective, they're trying to hide the mystery a bit more. But would this have to do with not taking pills? Not taking the red capsule, so now we have a clearer view of what's going on. Like, oh yeah, okay, Junko is straight up telling me, she's pressuring me to get married. Are you talking about the decision to get married? In her 20s. According to the first ending, we saw that in her 20s. We don't know if the circumstances are exactly as we see it right now. She must have agreed to it. Truly agree, or just agree to appease her parents, I don't know, but yeah, so maybe she was questioning that. The last research journal. Legend of the Sacred Sword. In the Edo period, lightning struck the divine tree, leading people to believe that its spiritual power was lost. They then turned to worship the next oldest object, the Inari statues. Thus, the people of Ebisugaoka began worshipping Inari-sama. However, the sacred sword predates even the Inari faith. If the oldest object was to become the next object of worship, then it should have been the sacred sword. In other words, if the sacred sword is discovered, it will, without a doubt, undermine the very foundation of local beliefs. Oh. And as we've learned, maybe the power is in the people, what they choose to believe in. So, if we get the sword, then the sword will become the new object of worship, which means the fox will lose power? Letter to Kumiko. He's really done it this time. That husband of mine is always quick to brandish the knife around when he loses his temper. But this time he went too far. He threw it at Hinako. Did he even stop for a second to think what might happen if he mangled her face before she got married? I just don't know what's going through his head sometimes. Sorry, Kumiko. I know I'm always complaining to you. Mom's friend? Aw, you can tell she's so set in her ways though. Like, the concern with hurting Hinako is that her face might get mangled before she got married. Mom. The character is indecipherable on the last Jizo statue. A knife? A knife on a tree? It seems the residents of this town offer their old kitchen knives and other tools to the Ojizo-san so they can be put to rest. Oh. Clinical trial. It has now been 2 weeks since I began taking Kakura Makakura. I've observed no significant physical changes. If anything, I've been falling asleep and waking with ease. I have lucid dreams, an average of once every 2 days. When I do, I feel neither the passage of time nor exhaustion, which allows me to become lost in thought. However, today, I was met with startling results. In my dream, there was another version of myself who spoke to me. This Kakura Makakura, is this supposed to be the red capsules that Shu's giving me? Who's doing this trial though? It's not Shu, is it? If he knew all this, would he... I don't think he knew. Like, I want to believe that he... Like, this was all some kind of... Because I think towards the end of the first ending, he was like, oh, I didn't know, partner. I'm sorry. Which is still kind of terrible, but, you know. Oh, it's here. Dad's old kitchen knife. Father's old tuna filleting knife. It's now completely rusty and useless. It still feels like there's elements of hallucination around here though, because I'm finding letters to my mom and my dad's old knife on a random tree. It's been clearly a big source of trauma for Hinako because he threw it at her before. My ears were met with a soothing chime of bells. They should do. And I believe that is the last one. What next? Why did I say come to the divine tree again? Weird. Oh god, what the hell? I'm pretty sure I didn't see any of this before. I'm trying to walk back to the tree, but there's been enemies along the way. Hasn't been easy. Tree. Oh, the 5 Jizo. Oh, if we complete the Jizo statue offering, then they get the scars on them. There's 5 of them there. We did 5. Well, I've got the oldest item here now. Foxes be gone! Sacred sword, an ancient sword that harbors a malevolent energy deep within its steel. Even if the blade chips, the mysterious power that resides in it will restore the weapon to its whole and unblemished state. While it is sheathed, the sacred sword will recover durability when you attack enemies with other weapons. Oh wow. While you cannot use the sacred sword to focus attack, your gauge will remain untouched if you attack while focusing. However, if you are attacked while in this state, you will automatically block the attack and be forced out of focus. That's not so bad. Automatic block. You can counter so as long as counter is possible, even if you are already in the middle of an attack. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh. No? I thought something updated. Didn't something just update? Oh, equipment. I see. Okay. It's, the moment we took it out just now, it seemed like there was a bit of a evil air about it. Yes, that's why it needs purification. Oh, it feels like I'm being dragged forward by it. Did you see that? The range is crazy. You can almost hear the... Okay, so from this point forward, if I go purify the sword, and then just go to the end, I'll get one ending. If I don't purify the sword, I'll get another one. Where do we purify it? Oh, the shrine in the corner. Remember in this corner? Inari sushi. Yeah, do you want to do it for real? Here's the marker. We are gonna purify it this time. In blood water. You don't want help then? Not that kind of help. Once a sacred sword has been purified, it will no longer provide you with any protection. Likewise, it will no longer repair itself when sheathed. Instead, you will need to rely on toolkits to restore its durability. Well, relying on yourself can never be a bad thing. Oh yeah, look at that, the moveset changed. It now feels more like a regular heavy weapon, as opposed to that evilness from before. Dude, look at my stamina bar though, it's been crazy. Alright, to the end we go.